you are. Don't you know what day it is? It's July 4th. Today is a day to celebrate. It is a holiday for a reason. Well, technically 2 reasons, but that's besides the point. The main reason is because on this day, almost 2 decades ago, the Summer of Like happened. What do you mean you don't know what that is? I thought we were friends. Well, not to worry, because I have come prepared. Let me just pull up my little Word doc of everything that has ever happened. So, in shorter terms, the Summer of Like was when Pete Wentz, the lyricist and bassist of Fall Out Boy, and Mikey Way, younger brother to Gerard Way, and bassist of My Chemical Romance, had a summer fling during 2005's Warped Tour. Every emo kid should know this, and boy does the lore get juicy. You just sit back and I'll tell you everything that I have right at my fingertips. It's alleged that they met as early as 2003 when MCR played in the Fireside Bowl in Chicago. Then in 2004 they officially crossed paths when both played in that year's Warped Tour. In spring of 2005, Mikey was spotted at a show that Fall Out Boy was playing at while wearing a white denim jacket that allegedly, don't come for me, belongs to Pete. And let me see if I have this picture. I believe this is it. It's very blurry, I'm sorry for that, but this was 2005, so not very good camera quality back then. So now, Warped Tour 2005. Fall Out Boy and MCR both played on the same stage, different times obviously, but they would sometimes switch members, like occasionally Mikey from My Chem would play bass for Fall Out Boy, Pete would do the same for My Chem, etc. And this is where Pete started making blog posts that sound a little suspicious. I have an excerpt of one right here. This is from Tuesday, June 28th, 2005. Amazing New Mexico sunset. I'm hanging on a bridge with my friend Mikey Way from My Chem. It's all orange and pink above us. We went to another water park again. I love high fives again. Totally back in love. Saw the most amazing movie, I think it's called Spirited Away. And it keeps going, but I shortened it. And it's signed Peter Pan, because Pete liked to sign his blog posts in whatever way. But now, the main event. July 4th, 2005. You're number 1 with the bullet. I love the way you have with me. I love William Beckett like a boy loves a boy. I love this one girl, she makes me swoon. I love your tired eyes trying to keep up with us on stage. I love the way you're gonna make me an honest man. And I'm kinda easy on the eyes sometimes, right? I love being up at 9 a.m. I love the night. I love living forever. I love summer. I am loving this. And you and everything. You can't miss me, baby boy. We're doing big things. Thanks for always being the best friends and fans we could ever have. Signed, Petey. Doesn't that sound like a man in love? I mean, he said it like about 1 million times in that post, but then we have 15 days later, July 19th, 2005. P posted an entry that might sound a little familiar because it's lyrics to Bang the Doldrums, which was originally titled The Summer of Like. That's how it got its title, I'm pretty sure. And in it, he mentions that the waists of pants feel better at the ankles, because that same summer he was quoted saying that he is gay above the waist, and that anything above the waist is fair game. He also mentioned that he has made out with a guy before. I don't think he's ever said who it was, but yeah, that whole blog post itself is insanely long, so I paraphrased it for you, so you won't have to worry about that. But those are like the important parts for this story. Now, on July 21st, 2005, I'm going to pick and pull quotes from this one because it's another long one. But Pete posted an entry with the lines, "Lately I've been into believing fictional stories like the ones about me and you being happy. I'm pretty sure you have a heart, but I'm just as certain it'll never be mine. Love is the way to blow your brains out minus the gun, I swear." Poor boy was devastated. And this just goes on and on. Unfortunately, after Warped ended that year, because Warped Tour is like only a summer thing because it's outside and everything, I miss it so much. I only went to the last 3. I didn't fully enjoy the last one. I wish I had a do-over. But yeah. Still, probably always will be a little bit bitter about Warped 2018. But after Warped ended in 2005, Pete and Mikey seem to have kept their distance from each other. Occasionally, Mikey would be seen wearing clothes from Pete's brand, Clandestine, and throughout 2005, Pete would do interviews wearing a Sweet Little Dudes shirt, which was a reference to his gang of friends that included Mikey. Let's see if I can pull that one up as well. Let's see, Pete went Sweet Little Dudes. This is one of the pictures. But yeah, see that right there? That's the Sweet Little Dudes. But I feel like it's important to remind you that Pete writes the lyrics to Fall Out Boy's songs, and a lot of their songs, a good chunk of lyrics, can be related to Mikey and the summer of 2005. Even to this day, I'm pretty sure, like, there's So Much for Stardust songs, a few of them have, like, undertones of Mikey in it. But the obvious ones are Bang the Doll Drums and 4th of July, which the latter released in 2015, approximately like 10 years after the Summer of Like, and was not only a reference to the quote that I said earlier from the same date, but also had the line, "I'm sorry every song's about you," which Pete would yell live despite not being the vocalist. And fairly recently, Mikey was briefly playing for the band Waterparks, and that band's name was a direct confirmed reference to Pete's June 28th post about like being in love with Waterparks in the amazing New Mexico sunset. But that is pretty much it on the Petekey lore. So now you can get in on the amazing sunsets and Waterparks. By the way, to celebrate, a few friends and I are getting together to watch Spirited Away. If you'd like to come. Cool, well, let's go.